finally, to prepare for the futures, what do we do? What would you do to prepare for the future? We make plans. We make plans to prepare for the future, and life tells us that success is when, after a lot of hard work, our plans are finally realized. Well, let me tell you about one time when my planning did not work at all, but it brought me here today. I wake up every day with a job that I love, and I would like to believe that I'm good at. So in 2015, I started my YouTube channel. I was an MC and a vlogger, blessed with a group of audience whose feedback to me that the videos really make them happier, more motivated, and help them go through the dark time. My team and I produce videos on social topic and issues and satirical sketches, which is pretty interesting in Vietnam. And as my channel was growing very well, I received Fulbright scholarship to go to the States to study for my master's degree in media studies. And so my plan was that I'm gonna go to the States, I'm gonna get the degree, and I'm gonna come back and produce more exciting and new media for Vietnam. However, when I graduated, something has changed in me. I didn't see myself producing videos anymore. I think the 2 years in the US, with more experience and more exposure to human and other stuff, I feel like I was yearning for something more, but I didn't know what that was at the moment. What I knew at that moment was that I was a failure. I would disappoint the scholarship who sent me abroad to study one major, and then I would not do that major in the future. I would disappoint the viewers who were waiting for me to make more videos to entertain them, to educate them. I wouldn't make those videos anymore. And the worst part is, I really disappoint myself because I was not on the track that I had planned for myself. And so at this time, a friend told me about improvisation a while ago. Now, I haven't heard about improvisation when I was in Vietnam. And when I heard about that, she told me it's an art form where a lot of people come on stage and they would take a suggestion from the audience and they would act out a whole play without any preparation. And she said it's unplanned and unscripted. Okay, my plan and script for my life didn't work out, so I want to see how these people are going to act out a play on stage without script and plan. And so I went to the show. And let me take you with me. The night when I watched the show and I walked out of the theater, I have the biggest smile on my face. And my heart was full of inspiration because I've just seen one of the most beautiful collaborative work ever on stage by light-hearted, brilliant, fun people. And they create a whole thing out of nothing. And there was something so genuine, so authentic, so light-hearted about this, drew me in so much. And so I took the first improv class, and before I knew it, I finished the improv program in 2 theaters in New York. I came back to Vietnam and started one of the first improv school in Vietnam. And improv resembles life in many ways. It's funny that I found improv when I was in an uncertain place, because improv is actually the art of dealing with uncertainties. And so today I'm going to share with you 4 lessons that improv has inspired me in dealing with uncertainty. And so when I first saw an improv show, I didn't understand how a bunch of people would come on stage and act out a whole play without preparation. Now, I don't know about you, but I struggled to find where to eat with my friend. We couldn't agree on where to eat. How can 8 people with different minds, different brains, different experience, they come on stage and they just act out? I didn't get it. But after I learned improv, I understand why. They use this very simple but powerful word, yes and, which means you always agree and you always act on whatever your partner in the scene will tell you. So let's look at an example. I have a new idea for the project. Nah, we're doing fine. I have a new idea for our project. Yes, and let me grab a notebook so I can write down and see how we can implement it better. Now, in the first example, I think A will never share anything after B answers. B has killed the enthusiastic out of A. In example 2, I think B has been open, listening, and probably A will share more. And they might have other improvement for this project. In life, actually, sometimes when I look back, I realize how we prefer to say no to saying yes. Do you know why? It's easier. That's right. No is easy, but that's all you got. Yes means you open up, you have to listen, you have to make an effort to listen to people. So yes is harder, but it opens up opportunities, possibility, and potential collaboration. And in improv, we always say yes and add on to the other person. When we are in this environment, we practice this, and then we go out and we tend to agree more patient, listen to people deeper, and then probably potential collaborations will happen. Also in improv, we learn about being present. Usually in life, most of the time when we talk, we will anticipate what the other person is talking about, and we will jump in with our idea, and we just want to say it out, maybe to impress. Improv trains you to be in the present. Why? Because you don't have the script. You don't know what's gonna go on, and you're building everything moment to moment. So if you're anticipating or you worry about the past, you couldn't make the best out of it. You couldn't know what building block that person has put on the table to yes and to it. So yes and in improv help us listen deeper and be more in the present. Okay, fear. We all have fear. I have a lot of fear. Fear of being a failure, fear of doing something wrong, fear of being judged. And most of this fear is because when we were small, you remember, we tried out many things. We were not scared that we would break something until somebody tell us it's not cool to break things. When adults tell us about breaking things and other things that are not cool to do, we tend to shut off and we don't try anymore. Fear will stop us from trying out new things and making mistakes. But without trying, we will stay the same. We won't grow. So in improv, the improviser actively expose themselves to fear. They get on stage and the fear of failure cannot be bigger because they possibly cannot prepare for anything, right? They don't know who the audience will be, so they come on stage bare naked. They just have their mind and trying to come up with an idea. So usually in daily life, sometimes we can back down, but in improv, the play is happening, so everything has to move forward. So improv makes the player face their fear and move through it. And because you do this a lot on stage, when you go back to reality, you might be a little more ready to face your fear and accept it and respond to it. This is my favorite, lessons about teamwork. We all are in a team of some kind, and improv teaches teamwork and collaboration to the core. Now, every improviser coming on stage, our motto when we're on stage is make the other person look and feel good. In other words, when I'm on stage, my job is to make sure my team member don't fail. And so imagine a team where everyone is taking care of the other person. We have a team of people who are not scared, who know that someone's got their back, and they feel safer to explore idea and to try. And improv lesson about teamwork make you a better person in any relationship, at home, at school, or at work. And if you have a team of any kind, and you can adopt this philosophy, make the other people look good in the team, then your team will rock for sure. And the next lesson is about trusting your gut. Now you can imagine with me that in improv, many times we will freeze because we don't know what to say, because there's no script for us to follow. But that's also exactly the reason why we can practice trusting our gut. Now I remember one time when I was in a scene and I didn't know what to tell to my scene partner, and I froze. And my coach would tell me, "Vaughn, say what you really feel." And that was so simple. We always know what we feel like or think, but we have been clouded by a lot of other people's opinion and judgment. And improv, nobody writes script for you to follow. You do what you feel right here and here at the moment, and you act it out. So improv actually gives you a chance to really practice your creativity and get closer to your authentic self. I never imagined learning something on stage would help me so much off stage. But it makes sense because life is actually just a bigger act of improv. You go about your day without knowing who you're gonna meet, what conversation you will have, or what question you will receive. But you go and you improvise along the way. Improv trains you to draw your strength from the flexibility, the can-do mindset, the collaborative mindset, and also the mindfulness. You need to listen to yourself and really make decisions at every moment. 4 years ago, I didn't know what improv was. And today, I'm so happy because I have come back, created an improv school, and inspire many hundreds and thousands of people to try it and see the benefit of it in their daily life. They have reconnected with their mother-in-law, their husband, their daughters, and these stories really inspire me and make me want to continue my job. All of this happened because of one moment of uncertainty in my life, and I say yes to it, I listened to it, and I took a chance. So next time, if you ever find yourself in a moment of uncertainty, try say yes ending to the situation and see where it might lead you to. Because it might lead you to a place so wonderful that no planning ahead could have ever done. Thank you.